everyone. Welcome to Power of Africa 2022. My name is Joy Tongo, the president of Jason Production. Today, I have a fireside chat with no other than the singer, actress, performer, Mama Africa, Yemi Alade.
Hello. Hi,
Hi,
sis.
Yemi. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Wow, great, great, great. It's great to have you here live at the Power of Africa conference. And I have to say, it's a privilege and a pleasure to have you here today. How's your day
Pleasure's
going?
all mine.
Great, great, great. So we're just gonna kick and start the conversation, a chat with you. Please, can you just give us a brief? I know you've heard this a couple of times before, but who is Yemi Alade?
um, Yemi Alade, well, which is myself. I am a singer, songwriter, performer, some would say actress, philanthropist, etc. But before all of this, I am a young lady with a dream. I love music. I love good food. I love my continent. I love the culture. And I think those are the things that really make me me.
Wow, great, great. Talking about the culture, definitely did know that you love the culture. So, what is your relationship between Yemi Alade and Mama Africa?
Well, you see, the thing, Mama Africa is the title of my third album, and I named my album Mama Africa for two reasons. It was a nickname because I was always in one African country or the other. It became a nickname. But the second reason why I decided to call my album Mama Africa is because I felt like it was my time, was my moment to speak, to sing about Africa, to be called Mama Africa. And I wanted people to understand that it's beyond age. There is no age, or stereotype that is attached to being Mama Africa. Anybody can be Mama Africa. As a female, the minute you become proud of your heritage, who you are, where you're from, you automatically are Mama Africa. Mama Africa is a motherland. So it's a movement for me. So that is Mama Africa. That's why Mama Africa.
Great. I guess I can call myself Mama Africa too.
Of course you are. Look at you. You are Mama Africa.
Hey, great, great. Definitely. I know you're Mama Africa because I've worked with you a lot and I have toured across America and Canada with you. So you're obviously grown large in the music over the years. And tell our audience what drives you to do music. Like what drives you? What's the driving force behind your music?
In the beginning for me, the driving force between me, myself, and music was the desire to touch many people with my sound, with my idea of music. But as time goes on, my passion for music is the miraculous side of it. The fact that I can sit down in the studio, put words and melodies together. Like I surprise myself in the studio. So that ability to create, to deliver, and to have people react even when they're not with you through music, that's superpower. It's the passion that fuels me with music, and to be able to touch so many people across the world, people you've never met before, automatically have an idea of who I am because of what I do. So that definitely makes me um, keeps the passion, the fire burning.
Wow, great, great, great. Talking about creating music, I just want to say, can you boldly say that Johnny, the song, which is a hit and everything, that did it open? Would you say that that song opened so many doors for you and made you a megastar? And did you know that Johnny was a hit song, or it just happened to go viral? And what inspired Johnny?
Yeah. Look, you see, Johnny is definitely the song that propelled me to the rest of the world. It brought the spotlight to where I was at that point in time in my career. It catapulted me to the entire world. It is a blessing that God gave me. The inspiration behind the song Journey was a real life story. A lot of journeys are out there in this world. Though. These days, you have to wear armor to cover your heart because anything can happen anytime. But Johnny is a heartbreak song about a cheating lover, and apparently everybody can relate to that because a lot of people are doing that. So yeah.
Wow, wow, great, great. Again, I think you kind of said this. So, what genre inspires your style of music? I know you have songs like Johnny, you have Nagode, you have
A lot of songs, a lot of albums.
yeah. So, but it's definitely Africa. So, what inspires your kind of style of music?
Um, my in the beginning years, my love for music was inspired by the people around me, which is my mom, my dad, and my family members. My mom is a lover of high life and all the gospel songs, and my dad is a lover of juju music, which is very common sound with Sonny Ade, King Sonny Ade, etc. And then my elder brothers were always listening to the R&Bs from Mariah Carey to Boys to Men. So I was really just in the middle of all sorts of music, all genres of music, and eventually that became the foundation of the music that I am putting out into the world today, because there's R&B in my music, there's Afrobeat in my music, there's juju music because I love the talking drums so much, and then there's I promised myself that I would never be put in a box, so I play with my music, I have fun with it, I do whatever I want to do with my music.
Wow, great, great. I know with your different kind of sound has definitely brought you so much success. So, what are the attributes would you say you can use in describing success for you?
Man, to be sincere, over the years, I think success for me is the fact that I can take care of my family, like being able to put food on the table, being able to cater to their immediate, direct, and important needs, being able to um, carry on with the career over the past 10, 11 years. I feel that's success on a personal level. All the successes would be the idea that I can sit down in the studio, record music, and someone in another part of the world will be uplifted just by hearing my melodies, hearing my voice, seeing me dance. I feel that is success in itself. But on a personal level, it's more about my family. Just being able to take care of my family, it is the definition of success for me.
Well, I like that. Taking care of your family. So basically, you're blocking all the noise that people are making and just focusing on your craft, just making sure you're taking care of your family. That's great.
That's
So
what's
can
up.
you tell us can you tell us a major challenge that you have faced as an African artist and how do you overcome that challenges?
There's so many challenges as an African artist, and there's some extra more, plenty extra more as an African female artist, because for some reason there are some unwritten rules about the way of life for females, because it seems like there are always hurdles and misbelief. People doubt our ability to be our best self, they doubt our potential, just like that, just by mere looking at us. Um, but I do not like to dwell on the negatives, because I believe that we will go forward and earn what is ours. We're not going to be given. I don't want to be given. I want to earn mine, because if you earn it, it can't be taken away from you. But if it's just given, they will take it away. And I say this because as a female in the music industry, I do see sometimes that it's easier in it's not like it's difficult. It's not like it's not difficult, but for the females, somehow we have to jump over hurdles that the eyes cannot even see. For some reason we need to prove ourselves before we can even demand certain respect or certain fees that are supposed to be ours normally. I think it goes down to our culture, maybe because the woman is seen as a second fiddle, it's almost like like a second level citizen. Where people will rather see us in the kitchen than at home just taking care of kids. But I would say something. I believe females are inspired by the guys, because they've been doing this before us. They were allowed to do music and go into the world and conquer, and we are playing catch up. But things are changing. People are beginning to see the force and the strength of an African woman. For me, in person, I just believe that the more that I continue to put my best foot forward, the more I continue to show up and show out, in that I would give all that I'm supposed to give at that point in time. Nobody can take away my crown.
Wow, great, great. But have you ever reached a breaking point where you be like, I have to quit? Have you gotten to that point, like with the challenges or anything, or you're always a fighter and telling yourself, you know what, I can go on, I can do this?
I've had a long career, and for some people, my career is still very, very young still. Even though it's been 11 years of professionally being in music. Yes, there are times when I feel like, oh, the workload is so much. I need to rest. Maybe I need to just call it quits with this industry and, find something else, refresh myself because basically what I've been doing as a way younger artist and as an artist that I am now, it's the same thing. You wash, rinse, repeat. It's the same cycle for every artist because that is the same product that we're putting out. Unless we change the product, the cycle is not going to change. So sometimes it gets discouraging to see the leverage that some people get over the others. So yes, I have at certain points thought to myself, maybe I need to give this a rest. But I keep deceiving myself because the minute I stay one day without doing the music, I'm asking questions about music the next day. So who am I deceiving? It is the thing that I believe I'm very good at. I love doing it. I enjoy doing it. But a person will work with chop shot. So
Very true. Very true. Great, great, great. Another question I have for you is how has the government been supportive with the growth of the Nigerian music? Would you say it is the government's responsibility to grow and build the music and the film industry?
so many years ago, I got that question and I was thinking, yes, the government should come in and help us. They should do this, they should do that. The government hasn't, not to my knowledge, the government in Nigeria hasn't done anything for us because I would believe if they'd done something, the major thing would have wanted to do is for them to help us stop, put a penalty against copyright infringement. But that has not been done. But you see, the problems in Nigeria and in Africa, they are beyond musical. The roles and responsibilities we have given our government, they've not finished that one. If they touch music, they can spoil it. Oh. They can spoil it. So right now, at this point, I think around the government focus on the people. We are doing well with musicians. We are doing well in our industry. We really don't need them right now. The people that we need them to service are the people who put them in office, which is the average Nigerian on the road, the average African on the road. They need to focus on those things. They should leave music for us, please. When they're done with that one, then maybe, but till then, please, I don't tell them to come this way.
Okay, we'll leave it as it is. Interesting. African music, and most especially Afrobeat, is rapidly growing in the US and across the world, of course. And we cannot mention the growth without the association of Yemi Alade. You've been
Mm.
in this industry for years. You've contributed a lot. You've toured the US, you've toured Europe, you've toured the world. So you've contributed. Would you say there is still room for growth, or the music industry has reached its peak across
Oh,
the
never.
America?
No way. The music industry has not reached its peak. There's still so many cultures that need to merge, and there's still so many bridges we need to cross. Um, we are slowly but surely getting to that point. The world hasn't exactly given us the authentic recognition. There is recognition at the moment, but not authentic. But I believe that what is yours is yours. The more we continue, we shall continue to strive. So um, we are not at the peak. This is just a starting point.
Wow, interesting. I would say definitely it is just a starting point with everything
Yep.
that's going on right now in Afrobeats, African
Mhm.
music.
Yeah.
Um, we all know that music is the culture. How do you think African music can drive the development of the continent, not just in the music sector, but all other sector?
African music has been driving development in Africa for a long time. As far as I know, I don't know when people think of Nigeria, I believe the only thing that they think of these days is music. And that attention on Africa, on Nigeria, is because of music. Despite the fact that there's so many other negatives, including fraud, etc., music still outshines every other thing. And where there is attention on the country because of one resource or one attribute, you find that things that happen for that country within that country, you find that the music industry is growing bigger. The music industry is currently employing a huge number of youths from designers, fashion designers, the makeup artists, the hairstylists, to photographers, videographers, dancers, etc., managers, crew members. Like, we are expanding and employing a huge number of the youth in our continent. Music is doing very, very well.
Wow, interesting. Again, I guess we have to say that music is the driving force around the world.
Yes.
But
Nobody goes out without music. Music is everything.
yes, music is life.
Yes, it
Music is
is.
definitely life.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe a new Africa to you?
New Africa is definitely an Africa without malaria, man. Like, malaria has to go. An Africa without malaria is a great Africa. Also, an Africa with infrastructure, good infrastructure and amenities in a capacity that you don't even need to travel out of Africa for you to see the beauty of your surroundings. An Africa where the average Nigerian, average African is well taken care of. What about the people with disabilities? Those people are not even considered. Like, imagine an Africa where people with disabilities are considered, where rules and regulations are actually carried out in a way that there are repercussions for certain bad crimes, from cyber crime to actual physical crimes. A lot of people are let to go off the hook because they have one uncle and auntie in high places. An actual Africa that functions based on morals, principles, rules, and regulations set to govern the people in a way that the people suddenly become better. Like, they begin to, their orientation will change. We need it. So definitely, New Africa is an Africa with people that have better orientation towards the greater good of the people and not just for their pockets. An Africa without malaria, an Africa with all the amenities of life, from light to water to good roads to inter-African commerce as well. That is the New Africa.
Wow. I'm dreaming of that kind of Africa,
Oh,
definitely.
that is an amazing Africa to live in.
Yes. Talking about the new Africa. So, can you sum it up in a very few words? What is your big vision for Africa as a musician?
As a musician, my dream for Africa, I think I pretty much already said it. Music is doing its thing. It's already taking care of the souls of the people, keeping us happy, keeping us, distracting us from the crazy in our countries. My dream for Africa is beyond the music. It's the people. It's for everybody to live a better life than what they're living now. Right now, the economic situation of Nigeria is depleting. The dollar to naira ratio is appalling. It keeps dipping every day. I feel like music is doing its thing. But we individually and as a country, we need to do better for each other.
Great, great. I know there's a song about that you sang called Africa, where you said, nowhere be like Africa. And
Yeah.
you've traveled all over the world. You've been
Hmm.
to North America, you've toured Canada, you've toured
Hmm.
Europe.
Hmm.
Would you still say nowhere be like Africa? Would you want to still come back to Nigeria with everything that's going on? Or would you rather just be in a place like America where things are working with that song?
Sis, I said what I said. I said nowhere be like Africa. Being like you said, I've been around the world. There's still no place like Niger, like Lagos, like my house in Lagos. It's a different feeling, sis. It's just different. You don't get it anywhere else. It is what it is. From the food to the people to the air, itself, the oxygen, the breeze. It's different, man.
But why? Because you just complain about talking about everything going on in Africa is not what it's supposed to be. Why would
It's
you rather
home.
just
It's
why?
home. It's
I thought home
it's
home
home. It's
home
home. Like,
okay.
when we were in school, when we were all in school, we were in class with people from different homes. Some people were coming from very wealthy homes. Some people were coming from middle class homes. Some people were coming from very poor. Some were really, really poor, and were always kicked out of class because of school fees. But still, no matter what background they're coming from, their home is their home. There's no place like home. Home is just home. It's just home. It's just what it is. Unless you want to disown your home, that's a different thing entirely. But home is home.
True. Home is home. Great, great. Wow. Interesting again. We all know that with everything that's going on, we still rather come home, which is Africa or wherever
Yeah.
country that you're from. That is very great. And
Mhm.
I have to ask for final words from our conference audience on the quest to build a new Africa. So, if you have to build a new Africa, what would be the it thing that you have to do to build a new Africa?
Ooh, first of all, the leaders, because apparently we can't do it on our own. We need leaders with foresight, people who actually believe in the new Africa, first of all, believe that it's attainable, achievable. People who are willing to sacrifice, people who are actually willing to be of service to the people. You know, that is what we need. The leaders need to come correct. We don't I'm not like I don't like old people who are way older, elderly people, but we need younger people with younger ideas. I'm not saying that they should be my age. Don't have to be 30, anything. No. But I really feel that we need people with new and better orientation. We need to really set the aim really high in terms of standards. We need people with standards, people who have actually served on local government level, finally moved on to state, and now moving to presidential, people with goals, aspirations. And most especially, we need to reduce that budget that is being allocated to just waste money on welfare for legislature. From the crazy expensive cars to the crazy expensive budgets given to each lawmaker to take care of their families and come to office to come and sleep. It's not giving. It's not adding up. So yeah, that's what I think.
Great, great, great. I see you're very passionate about where you're from, Nigeria, and about having a better leader. Do you see yourself in the future running for office as a musician?
If I am called to service, I will give service, that's for sure. Do I think it's something I'd like to do? I don't know yet. Is it a calling? I'm not sure either because I have never considered running for any type of office. It would be such a sacrifice. I believe that the right person should wear the crown.
Definitely. The right person should wear the crown. Great. So what's the future for Yemi Alade?
Well, the future, I do not know what is there. If I knew, I would have planned it all. But at the moment, I just released a new song called My Man featuring Cranium, and I'm working on more music, more videos. Also working to make sure that I continue to lend my voice to several um, um, causes that actually help humanity at the end of the day. Um, and pretty much, I'm living my life.
Great, great, great. So we're closing and wrapping up. And I would like to have a closing remark from you. And today's conference is Building the New Africa. So what will be your closing remark to the audience that are watching right now?
Thank you so much, Joy Tonga, for this this fire session. We had a good chat, and I'd like to say to everybody who's listening and watching right now that a new Africa is very possible. But it starts with you. It starts with what you do in your environment, what you do with your community, the people around you. Like they say, charity begins at home. Pointing fingers is easy, but don't forget when you point one finger, the others point back at you. So it's better you start and the rest will follow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yemi Alade. And thank you to my audience for watching and live at the Power of Africa Conference 2022. I hope you enjoyed the chat with Yemi Alade. Thank you.
Bye.